Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Peace Dealer here with a friendly reality hack for you. I got inspired right now to share this as a flash insight. There's a large probability that what I'm telling you, you already know, you've always known, you probably still know, maybe some of you forgot, but yeah, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. And hopefully, if you saw this video, it was to remind you of something that is directly applicable and relevant. And if you remember, I did give you all a Venus hack when Venus was in Capricorn. So I'd like to give you a Mars and Taurus hack, okay? This is a hack you can use regardless of what sign Venus or Mars is in. And I would love for you to comment below any insight if you want to add on to this. Please feel free to make this technique your own and add on to it in any way that you want. So let me kind of revisit the Venus hack because this is still applicable now. Basically, the Venus hack went something like, because Venus is related to pleasure and beauty, we wanted to activate the receptive quality of Venus in reminding you of your value. So the way that works is you identify at least 1 to 3 things that you acknowledge in yourself that's beautiful. What are 3 things that you can almost be confident, if not almost definitely confident, admitting, accepting, and saying, this is a facet of me that's beautiful. Like, this is something that I love. The next part of this is to actively envision and feel other people, romantic interests, job opportunities, prospective employers, appreciating these facets of you. Now that you've identified what you feel that's beautiful, run visualization of people falling in love with you, friends falling in love with you, people actively seeking you out to employ you or collaborate with you because of these things you acknowledge. Where you can skip step 1 and just have people feel that, but it's more practical if you actually have something they do. You are training your own conscious and subconscious to receive this. It could be used as some kind of magical technique to actually receive it, because some of you are psychically powerful, but that's not the purpose of it. This is just to activate in your own psyche receptiveness. If you're like me, who struggled with receiving love, it took me until 30 years to realize that I can even feel this, because I've been so focused on how can I give you love? How can I give you value, right? What do I desire about you? I love you. I love this about you. When most of it is infatuation. You're taking your power by doing this, by training yourself to actually feel not only what is beautiful about yourself, but to just, in a faint sense, just feel that receptivity in whatever forms it does. Now, mind you, this doesn't have to be some technique to use for witchcraft where you're manipulating things. If you are psychic like that and you want to do that, that's a part of the Uranus hack. Like, that's an advanced application. This is really just more for your psyche and being comfortable with being appreciated and receiving love, so you at least have certain dynamics. Because there are also going to be things that you're not aware of that people like about you. And that was basically the hack. Basically, to set an intention and release it to the universe and feel yourself actively being appreciated with this. The frequency this is going to put out is an attractive frequency. So that was the Venus hack. Now I'm going to talk about this Mars hack. Because Mars is transiting Uranus and the North Node, your application of this will produce hyper accelerated results. Like, as soon as you focus on this, Taurus is fixed. And so focusing your desire and now applying this attitude towards everything you do will hyper manifest results of this. And don't do this if you don't want results. for the first video I made, because I made it in 3 parts, right? A lot of the Venus ones, I was saying be careful because you'll start to receive recognition and admiration from people. And if your sense of self-worth isn't powerful or strong enough to handle that, you'll revert back to old patterns. If you don't accept that you're worth what you deserve, because it's the truth, despite what advertisements and subliminal messaging may influence you, no one can make you feel anything. You are worth what it is you desire. Like the whole notion that you have to be this or you have to do that is a lie. You have to, of course, adapt to this reality. There's compromise and acceptance. But if we're talking about in truth, the essence of your spirit, you are worth everything you desire. Alignment is the process of adjusting what certain things happen to take the true nature of that and make it real. Okay? So like, for example, you know that you're truly worth the gold medal at the Olympics. You know that. But you also know that if you don't train enough to have the body to win that, just knowing you truly deserve it isn't enough to make you win it. That's that true versus real distinction, Gemini, Virgo, Earth, Air. So this technique focuses more on desire, whereas the other focus more on beauty. You're welcome to use both. And we're going to take the element of Earth, but it's not transit specific. You can use this whenever, okay? The reason why I'm telling you to do this or encouraging you is, and if anyone says, oh, this is witchcraft, this is of the devil, they're literally stupid. This is just a way people demonize things that go outside of their realm of influence. Okay, it's very common to see, especially in the spiritual community, when something's beyond their expertise or what they know, they demonize it instantly. You are never not doing this. Like there's no moment in your existence you're not doing this. So I'm not really telling you to do something you're already not doing. I'm just inviting to remind you awareness of what you're already doing. So you might as well just take your power back. This is a more desire-based version, a Mars-based version, and with Uranus and the North Node, it's going to align with destiny. So if you don't want to see results for this, if you don't feel like your sense of self-esteem has matched the level of what you're going to manifest, because when you use this technique, it's going to manifest vibrations that match the vibration you're emitting. And if you have the self-esteem to handle it, you're going to enjoy it. It's going to show up and you're going to be like, yeah, I deserve this. You're going to enjoy it. If not, it's going to trigger an inferiority complex within you and you're going to sabotage what you manifested. And you can kill all that by just accepting with me right now that you are more than worth everything you desire. That's why you're desiring it, okay? That being said, in this walk that you walk with you and the Most High, however you perceive that, because it's really up to you and God. God's the only one that's going to judge you, not people who act like they worship God better than you. Their opinion doesn't matter. Okay. We're going to do a desire-based version of this. Instead of looking at an object of your desire and objectifying it or them and expressing it, because that works for some people. If this don't apply, let it fly. Like that works for some people. Instead of doing all that, okay, instead of projecting that frequency and emitting to the universe that you're desiring something you don't have, instead replace that desire, feel that desire, but instead replace that desire. Instead of looking at something, instead of looking at a hot dog and being like, I want that hot dog, instead look at that hot dog like the things I'm gonna do to that hot dog, almost as if you're giving value to that hot dog. Like no one's gonna eat this hot dog like I'm gonna eat it, which is true. Everyone's gonna eat it uniquely, or you know what I'm saying? Instead of desiring what it can do to you, you're desiring the value you can give it. That's a totally different frequency. Instead of someone feeling your frequency of being wanted by them, which could probably it works. Some people want to feel that, other people's gonna feel creepy to them. Instead, you're emitting a frequency of, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And see, that sounds like I'm spitting game, but like you're literally, instead of desiring what you don't have, you're emitting in your auric space, not even that you have it already, but the desire of the value you want to give it. Okay? For example, instead of just admitting to the universe, I want a job that will make me feel free, you can instead envision yourself in that job and you're desiring how you're making that job better. You're bringing out this frequency where it's like, yeah, see, this job is so much better because of me. You're envisioning a place of employment flourishing. You're not emitting a lack frequency. You're emitting what you do. When they pick that frequency up, it's going to attract them instead of repel them. I'm not saying that desiring something like an animal repels people, though. Some people might like that. You might have your Mars on someone's Venus. When your Mars on someone's Venus, they like when you desire them. But I'm speaking more principally, and I wish there was a better way I could put this into words, but you basically want to project and feel your desire in a way where you're manifesting the value. You're not lusting after someone for what you can do to them. You're desiring how fulfilled they are because you fulfilled them. You're experiencing and expressing that rawness, and it's not even like you're wanting it. You're expressing that desire and inverting it by feeling the desire to fulfill instead of be fulfilled. It's not a trick though, where you're tricking the universe and you're like, well, if I feel this, then this will happen. You're genuinely feeling this. You're genuinely that's why I'm like, we don't have to make this a manifestation technique. This could just be a practice that you do for your psyche. You're genuinely feeling in your psyche this. And this is where if you actually integrate this with your behavior lifestyle, you'll notice results instantly. You'll notice how much calmer you are when you deal with people. You won't be desiring what you can get from them. You'll already be feeling, oh, I can add value like this. They're going to pick up on it. They're going to start to be attracted to you, almost as if there's some unspoken frequency that does this. But if you're doing that as a manipulative tactic to get with people, subconsciouses are nuanced enough to pick up on that too, even if they can't sense what's real or imagined. Or you can get away with it, but I mean, you don't want to use it as a trick like that. So the purpose of this video is more as a practice for your psyche so that you can be okay with receiving and also be okay with providing this value. Once you charge your energy like that, this is going to align you, all right, with frequencies that can meet that and that you can meet. Not with your ego's identification of, oh, this looks sexy, but what your actual vibe is manifesting. And then if you go on that journey and go from manifestation to manifestation, boom, you'll be straight. So please comment below your thoughts. This just kind of came to me as an insight, and I hope that it's fruitful to you. Shout out to Karen, one of my favorite Aquarians. She spoke to me long ago about the concept of manifesting your aura. Instead of just desiring things, feel what you want and put it in your auric space as it sits in your energy, and that's what's going to attract the situation. It was a creative way to look at it. I'm going to go back to focusing on that, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. I know this is just my perspective, so you may have a different perspective that can add more insight. And even if you disagree with it, share that too, because that can challenge my insight and help me understand a different way. But other than that, I hope you have a blessed day and a blessed week ahead. And until next time,